Hey, what's up guys? John here. In this video, I'm going to talk about top 5 locations to invest in real estate post-pandemic. You know, in California right now, they're attempting to pass a wealth tax, and real estate developers, real estate investors are seeing this and saying, what is this? I'm leaving. This is the start to something bad. And that being said, they're going to one of these top 5 locations. I'm going to start with number 5. Number 5 is Camden, New Jersey. Probably never heard about it, but it's right across the river from Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a beautiful city. Home prices range between $200,000 and $1 million plus. However, in Camden, New Jersey, you can buy properties for as low as $10,000 all the way up to $50,000. You could maybe spend a little bit more, but that's pretty much the sweet spot, between $10,000 and $50,000. And rents for these units are between $1,000 and $1,300. Very expensive in relation to how much the properties actually cost. The downside, however, is that the crime is pretty significant and the taxes are kind of high. But if you invest, say, $200,000, you essentially could go make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 per month in passive income, which is significant. And you can also run these rentals through Section 8, which then you can basically guarantee that you're going to get paid each month, a significant portion of your rent through the government, which in these uncertain times, this is very valuable. And I think a lot of people are going to start leaning more towards Section 8 housing as jobs become a little bit more unstable as we go forward. So that's number 5. Number 5 is Camden, New Jersey. There's also other areas outside of Camden, Gloucester City, which phenomenal price points. I mean, you could buy property. I was looking at one for $13,000 and it was renting for $1,400. So Gloucester City, you have Pine Hill, New Jersey. There's a bunch of other areas and townships just outside of Camden, all very affordable and offer huge upsides in terms of price points in comparison to rents. Video is coming very soon on this very neighborhood, on this topic, Camden, New Jersey, South Jersey, what we're buying them for, fixing them up, renting them for. The entire process is going to be posted on this channel. So if you're a new real estate investor, you want to learn about this specific area because the price points are very attractive and this could be a market that you could jump into, be sure to hit the subscribe button. A lot of content coming soon. Now on to number 4. Number 4 is Las Vegas. Las Vegas has a great thing going for it, and it's just so business friendly for the most part. Just so business friendly. Taxes are very, very favorable. And in these uncertain times, people are going to be looking to save money. People are going to be leaving California. You know, over 50,000 people left California as full-time residents in 2019 and became full-time residents of Vegas. 50,000, pretty significant number. Can you imagine 2020 numbers by the end of 2020? I'd be surprised if the numbers were below 250,000. And the reason I say this is California, they're increasing taxes. So that being said, these citizens are saying, hey, I don't need a hard location anymore because we don't have to go into the office. I can outsource talent. I can work anywhere. Why am I paying California taxes? I shouldn't. I can go 270 miles from LA to Vegas, or I can go 570 miles from San Francisco to Vegas and work there and save a fortune. And all that money I'd waste in tax, I can reinvest into my business. I could buy rental properties. I could buy stocks. I can buy whatever I want because I'm not putting my money down the toilet. And a lot of people are going to be thinking that way. And I just see a lot of good things happening for Vegas. However, let's not forget how bad Vegas performed in the 2008 market crash. I see a big market crash coming. I think Vegas in the short term could get injured by this. However, long term, see great things happen for Vegas. So Vegas is number 4. Number 3 is Miami, Florida. I was just there 2 months ago. Absolutely beautiful. A couple things I love about Florida and Miami is the taxes. There's no income tax, which is great. Miami, beautiful weather, beautiful people, great banking industry. So if you're out there trying to raise capital, Miami is a good spot to do that. And you have areas that are really gentrifying and up and coming. For example, Wynwood, which is just a stone's throw from South Beach, where everybody's at. And it's just gentrifying, it's walkable, it's cool, hip, trendy. And I just see great things happening for Wynwood. And I see more and more capital pouring into Miami in the coming years. And that being said, landlord-tenant law is super friendly for landlords. So I would definitely consider moving to Miami, Florida to get into real estate. It's very, very competitive, but that being said, I do see a market correction coming soon that will impact Miami, but certain areas produce significant returns, and these returns will definitely protect investors that know what they're doing throughout this upcoming market crash. So Miami is number 3. It's a really good spot. I think you should check it out. Number 2 is Austin, Texas. Austin has a lot going for it. It's just a cool, unique city, very just hip, trendy, live music, big music scene. And it's just a great place to meet people. No income tax, no individual income tax, which is going to be a real big driving force for a lot of people. In addition, it has a big tech hub. You got Facebook, Amazon, Google, and Oracle all opening up and extending offices over the last 5 years in Austin. Their tech industry has grown 25% in the last 5 years. That's huge. 25% in the last 5 years. It's going to grow much more as these tech companies are now seeing their expensive leases in places like LA and New York and San Francisco where they're not able to utilize them. So it makes more sense for them to go out to Austin, Texas, where they're surrounded by a bunch of just smart people, bunch of talent, where they can try to steal talent from one another, and they can pay less money for this talent because the cost of living is much less. So Austin has a lot of great things going for it, and I see the real estate market here booming in the coming few years. So Austin is number 2. Number 1 is Tampa, Florida. I see the biggest problem that we have as a society moving forward is going to be affordability, as many jobs become no longer available. And what Tampa has going for it is that it's 5% below the national average in terms of affordability, which is a huge upside for people that want to have an affordable housing combination. Number 2 is there's no income tax, which again is a huge upside. 3 is it's 30 minutes away from Clearwater Beach, which in my opinion is probably one of the most beautiful beaches in the country. Absolutely phenomenal. Feels like you're in St. Thomas. It's like Caribbean type water, just beautiful. And 4 is you have roughly 20 colleges within striking distance of Tampa, and so much affordable housing that you can buy at such a great discount. I mean, I helped a student buy a 4-plex last year for $350,000, and after all of his expenses, he's making $2,000 a month. He put 20% down. That's incredible. $350K deal, making $2,000 every single month, and it's right across the street from a college in a good area. He bought another property after that, roughly 1 acre of land, an acre of land right next to a college, 7 units for $550,000. Just great deals. I see rents, they're poised to increase in the coming few years because I think they're ultimately it makes sense for them simply to increase to the national average, not 5% below the national average. And I see more capital flooding to Florida, and I see more investors seeing the upside in Tampa. And I think that's only going to increase rents, increase prices, and ultimately increase the demand for properties. In addition, what's interesting about the landscape of Tampa is there's areas that are really hot and then areas that are not, that are right next to each other. There's a street dividing the two. And generally when that happens, it's a matter of time until the nice area bleeds over and the values here really increase. So that you have a lot of that going on in Tampa. I love Tampa. I would definitely consider moving there, investing there for a variety of the reasons that I just mentioned. So I see big things happening for Tampa, and Tampa is my number 1 best place to invest in multifamily real estate. In addition, the landlord-tenant laws are so pro-landlord, which is just great. That's what you want. You want that in a state. You want a pro-business type of state to run your business. So what I see happening right now is property investors, real estate investors, and business owners that own and operate businesses in California and New York, they're looking around saying, wow, I just assumed all this unnecessary risk. I could have just done this in another state and I would have been much better off. And so they're leaving. You got Elon Musk leaving California, which is a huge blow to California. And many other big businesses are leaving Manhattan and Silicon Valley. And they're doing this because they want more favorable tax laws. They want to be able to hire talent at a cheaper price, buy real estate with landlord-tenant laws that favor the landlord, and laws that ultimately favor business. Who wants to be in a state where you're paying way too much money for tax, and then ultimately the state's constantly over your shoulder trying to break your business? And that's what's getting realized right now. And I think ultimately it's unfortunate because California and New York have so much potential, and their potential is being greatly limited by the politicians that have been elected in office. And I think we're going to see a big exodus from California and New York into the locations that I mentioned, as well as many other states throughout America that offer favorable policy. That being said, drop your comments below. Which locations do you see that have the most upside post-pandemic? And hit the subscribe button as well. If you're a new subscriber, drop it in the comment section. I'll personally welcome you to the channel. And don't forget to hit that like button. All right, guys, until next time.